All you need is kill. Da 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 da. All you need is kill. Da 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 da. All you need is kill.
Dab, dab,
Kill.
dab, dab, dab.
Kill is all you need.
Woo.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reading Blank Until It Gets Bad. A very special episode because this time we read an entire thing.
And watched the movie.
And we watched the movie for comparison. So this is like a complete... Ooh, you get a complete package. You get a deluxe. You get an omnibus this time.
Yes, you're paying extra for this one.
Yep. We charge triple on our Patreon for this one.
So you're happy. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, 3 weeks worth of content, basically. All smashed.
That's why it took an extra week to come out.
Yeah, not because I was sick.
Yeah.
Or, I don't even know if I'm sick. I might just have allergies. I have no idea.
Oh, no, they're binding of Isaac and it cursed you.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, yeah, we read All You Need Is Kill at Trenton's
choice
thing.
Pick.
Because he had seen the movie, the live-action movie, American, Tom Cruise, big man.
For you.
Yeah, we read the whole thing, and what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty alright.
I thought it was pretty alright too.
Yeah.
I already, you know what? Let's just spoil our scores right now, so that people can click off the video without having listened to anything else. You might have already seen mine on Mal. I gave it a 7.
I haven't put it on mail, but I'll probably give it like a 7 as well.
Yeah.
I forgot to do my mail, so I'll do that later.
Yeah, that's fine. Pretty good, but didn't blow me away at all. Didn't have anything that made me go whoa or anything.
Yeah, just a classic story about a Japanese guy.
Japanese man time looping. That was my main problem. I texted you and I was like, it's pretty good, but I've read so many times time loop stories now. Like this one's got to do something real special to make it, stand out.
Yeah, and it wasn't simping, but everyone's simping.
And that's just kind of alright. True. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen Groundhog Day.
Well, I think that one is all about him simping as well.
Nice. He simps
For a
his
woman.
toaster. He simps his toaster to a bathtub.
Yep.
That's all I know about that movie.
I haven't seen it. I know there's probably a groundhog in it.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I didn't think it Tom Hanks to play Kenji instead of Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that wasn't Tom Hanks. That was Bill Murray.
Same person, really. They're both old white men.
They're both old white men with COVID. Who cares?
Yeah. Point still stands. Tom Hanks should have been Tom Cruise's character.
Okay. I would say the most standout thing in this manga is the art.
Yeah, the art was pretty
nice. I like how it looks. I like this. I watched the Death Note anime, but I think I told you I read the first 2 volumes of Bakuman, which is by the same artist.
Yeah, that's one where you roll little circles and the monsters come. Yeah, I played the game.
Nice. No, it's a manga about making manga, and it's pretty cool.
You should have just went with it, because it would have been funny. Should have went with my bet.
It would have been so funny. No, it's fine. I don't want to confuse our audience. They might be
I
small
do.
brain. You don't know.
I want to confuse them.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them.
But yeah, I always thought his art was cool. It's a little bit... I don't want to say generic, but it's just very,
Classic.
It's very just, when I think, anime, manga... I hate saying the anime art style, but when I think the anime art style, I kind of think of this.
Yeah.
Pretty generic character designs, nothing really, but
Good line work.
Yeah, just good, yeah. But all the battles and stuff, when they're in their mech suits, and there's a million little tiny moving parts on all their suits and stuff, they draw that pretty well detailed. So that's cool. Well, let's just go through it then. Man wakes up and is like, a dream.
After dying. And being asked about green tea.
He doesn't know it yet, so this is a second loop we start with.
Yeah.
And find out about mimics, which are these cool-looking things.
But they shouldn't be called mimics.
They shouldn't be called mimics. They don't do anything mimic-esque at all.
They're just kind of circles. They're just a basic shadow from Persona 3 and 4.
They are, yeah. But they're weird. They're creepy-looking. They creep me out. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I read this first, but I was going to say I think I like their design more than in the movie, but in the movie they're just kind of whatever.
They look like Death Stranding monsters in the movie.
Yeah, and I do like Death Stranding monsters, so... Yeah, I guess that was kind of unique.
Yeah. He dreams. He's then explains his dream to other people.
I guess we can just, as we go through to make it more interesting, let's just compare it to the movie.
Because, Tom Cruise's character is, like, a major, but he's just, like, propaganda guy.
Yeah, he doesn't actually want to do any war, and he's like, I won't go to war, and then...
A filthy Brit.
Through wacky circumstances, he gets...
Demoted and drafted.
Demoted and...
So he's like, I don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the Lash says nay, nay, nay.
And says that he's, like, a betrayer or whatever. And so he deserter, and he starts, like, not, like, the story, obviously, because of that, it doesn't start with his second loop. Yeah. It starts normal.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, guys here working out, having a grand old time, doing push-ups, and we meet, we meet the Full Metal bitch.
The full Alphonse Elric. Edward Elric.
Who looks like a, in this
Rita Repulsa.
In this particular shot of her standing with all of the big buff military men watching them do push-ups, she looks like she's like 12.
Yeah.
She looks so small.
Oh yeah, she's a woman.
And they're talking about, oh, she's so cool, she's so based. And at this point, I wasn't even considering like any time, like that she might have time loop shenanigans going on. I was like,
I had a feeling because, like I said, I've seen the movie before.
True, but I just thought this was manga. I was like, oh yeah. Of course, this girl is like the most skilled warrior, but she's not gonna look actually buff and like she's an actual battle scarred person because it's anime. She needs to look anime pretty. So I didn't even consider. And I would say that was probably the biggest twist. We're kind of jumping around, but whatever. The biggest twist I would say is that when you find out that she is the time looper, which in the movie right away, like his first time or second time meeting her, she is like, find me when you start over. Howell, find me in the future.
Sam, find me on the beach.
Yeah. Goes to war, dies.
Dies like a little baby boy.
Comes back and, he runs away like right away, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like, alright, I'm just gonna run away, and then dies.
Yes, he realizes right away, and he dies anyway. Oh, wait, nope, he runs away, but not before running into this random non-character who doesn't matter at all. This,
the big boob woman.
Big boob, big thigh, short shorts, attractive. Rachel Kisaragi. I could not tell you her name before I read it just now. She is not important. She tries to bang him later, and he's like, no.
I hate women.
That's it. That's her character. She doesn't do anything else the entire plot.
No. And then he runs away.
I like this part where the random old guy gets his head cut off. That was pretty epic. And the little kid gets fucking blasted. That was awesome. This is my favorite part of the entire thing.
It would be, wouldn't it?
That was awesome.
It was pretty based. And then he gets blasted.
Oh yeah, and then he revives and immediately shoots himself in the mouth.
That's pretty based.
Cool. Yep.
And then he knows
Tom Cruise was a pussy. He didn't do that once.
Well, you did get run over by a car at one point. That was funny.
Yeah, accidentally though.
Yeah. And then he realized he's time looping.
And immediately, fifth loop, writes the 5 on his hand. Immediately, total edgelord. Yeah, I'm the only one in this world who can keep fighting against the fear of dying. Fine, I'll do it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
If staying alive is the only way to get back at this world. Then I'll fight my way through to the very end. Excuse me. Total edgelord immediately.
Well, yeah, he shot himself in the head. I would be too.
Big edge man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a long first chapter, pretty good first chapter.
Yep, pretty good. He's just looping over and over.
Trains some bit. He does a bunch of push-ups. He simps after her Rita Repulsa some more. I would too. I mean, she's probably she's one of the only Power Ranger characters I know.
He simps after her axe a lot and wants to copy it. Wants to get a copy.
Simplamer.
Because he keeps dying over and over, and I don't know if we don't have to go chapter to chapter. We can just go through the whole thing. Yeah, he keeps dying over and over, and
runs out of ammo.
Because he runs out of ammo, so he has to get a melee weapon.
Yeah. I don't think Tom Cruise got a melee weapon ever.
No, he didn't. What the fuck? He just trained. He just trained over and over. Tom Cruise is more of a man than Keiji Inafune here.
Well, to be fair, Tom Cruise's whole thing was trying to get out of the battle like right away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Because they need to
go to the dam. The dam.
Yeah, they go on a whole separate adventure thing that.
Yeah, the movie's pretty different from the source material. in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Other than just the basic alien.
My favorite part was when we think we're meeting the cute mechanic girl.
Yeah.
And it's a polygon writer.
It is.
He's just a guy. He's like, how many loops? How many fingers have I held enough? And it was awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a nice inversion of my expectations. Fuck that. Running out of charges had killed me plenty of times. Another dead end. The only way to avoid it was to find a melee weapon that didn't run out of ammo. I love these little black pages with edgy writing on them. Very cool.
Yeah. The three goes over his 4 rules. When I die, return to the morning day of the battle. Rule number 2 is rule number 1 applies no matter when and how I die. Rule 3 is he cannot escape. And rule 4 is he will remember. And rule 5, what happened before will not always happen again. I wonder why that.
All you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
That's rule number 6. So yeah, then he simps after weapons for a bit.
He's talking about, he's like trying to convince this mechanic girl to make him a weapon, and she's like, oh, are you like Rita? Here's what Rita said: I'm glad I live in a world full of war. Like, just saying, like, that's just meant to show, like, can you say the same? That's like just to say like how battle hardened she is, like, you know, she's such a badass. That line does not fit her character at all.
No.
From what we find out later about her, she does not sound like she's happy she lives in a world full of war at all.
She started to sound cool at one point.
What?
She started to sound cool at one point. That's it. That's the only reason.
She just had to sound cool, yeah. For some reason. He gets his axe made very cool, very cool. Yep.
Yeah, to convince every single time loop, like some sort of lib.
He has a schedule for the day
that
he has to follow. There's the unimportant character, the lunch lady again. Some random racially ambiguous man who happens to have dreadlocks picks a fight with him for literally no reason.
Oh, because he looked like he was enjoying his food.
He looked like he wasn't enjoying his food. Yeah,
I would throw hands as well if someone insulted that big titty anime girlfriend's cooking.
Cringe, terrible. And they have a good fight.
He just dodges,
and he can dodge because mimics.
Yeah.
I guess, because he's been training with mimics.
And then the big titty anime girl saves him.
And then Rita says, good moves.
Kid. But not as good as my moves. Not as good as WarioWare's moves. Smooth moves.
Yeah. So then they're hanging out, and she's like, hey, you want to
bang?
Cafeteria lady's like, you want to bang? And he's like, no, I can't.
I hate women. I'm a virgin.
What does he say here? Rachel Casari, she looked a bit like the librarian, the girl I had a crush on in high school. She loved reading mystery novels. I guess that's why he reads the mystery novels. And, she broke his heart, and that's why he became a soldier boy, because he got his heart broken.
Don't understand right either.
How sad.
Yeah, and then he trained with Sarge.
Trains with Sarge a bunch of times. Yep, loop 123. He's just a total edgelord. Total.
I mean, it makes sense. By 123 times you die, I would be pretty edgy too.
It does, yeah. But then fucking it doesn't even matter later.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, whatever. Anyways, let's see here. Fights, yeah, being cool, being edgy, yep, fighting things. Yeah, fight scenes are okay. I can kind of tell what's happening sometimes. Other times I can't because there's too much going on. But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Better than Bleach.
Yes. Bleach is still probably the worst thing we read.
What's the worst thing?
Bleach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bleach is definitely still the worst thing we read. Okay, and then he runs into Rita, and that's when she says, how many loops is this for you? And that's like the big twist. I was like, for some reason I didn't even consider that. Like you said, you saw the movie, but I was like, whoa, I guess I didn't even think about that. Maybe she was looping, and sure enough.
I do like Chapter 8 title, just a redacted.
It's just redacted, yep. It has no title.
Mm-hmm. This is where redacted
we never learn her real name.
Real name's redacted.
Well, she's a country gal, grown up in...
country town. God-fearing Christian America.
Pittsfield, Illinois. Is Illinois even that, like, country? Like, is it... Like, this looks like she's in, like, Oklahoma or something. I don't even know.
I don't know.
This might be
You're the only ill-eye in Illinois.
I guess these places are in all the states, but
yeah, she's God.
seems
She listens to country music. She goes to church.
This reeks just of like Japanese. Like, what do like country Americans?
She was on a boat that day.
She was on a boat that day. She's got a cold beer waiting for her.
She wants like tequila the whole time.
She wants to fuck you. Enough. Okay, so like, oh, you want to join the army? And she's like, no, I like it here. And then everyone fucking dies.
I love God's country. What's some other country songs I can name?
None. Stop. Cease. Her dad, question mark, kills a mimic, maybe. Or the mimic kills him.
In the winter.
She's the only one alive, and she just becomes a huge edgelord.
I mean, to be fair, everyone she knows died, so justified.
She's like, I need to kill every mimic on this planet. Why does she think... See, this makes no sense. Why would she be glad she lives in a world of war?
Because
no, she doesn't.
She's Edge. And then she steals someone's name to join the military at a young age.
Person. Every time she revives, it's in the shower. Ooh, saucy, spicy.
Ooh.
And we find out that she was killing... What was she doing? She would restart when she killed him?
Yeah.
She killed a mimic.
Unlike Rita Repulsa in the movie, who would still also just restart when she died.
Yeah. That was kind of weird, but... And it goes into the another thing that I think is supposed to be like a big twist later that I thought was kind of whatever. But anyways, what else? We're still in the Rita chapters.
Yeah, the Rita chapters are pretty neat because they got away from Kenji for a bit.
They're okay, yeah, they're fine. They're fine, I guess. They're okay. Okay, yeah, whatever. They're fine, I guess. Whatever.
Well, that one guy is having a child, so he's definitely not making it out of this time loop alive.
And he didn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, because she just decides, like, yeah, I'm not gonna...
I can't save everyone. I'm not gonna bother.
I can't save everyone. I'm not gonna restart. Why bother? Yeah.
Exactly. So. Rita, you could have saved him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan. Ash, you could have saved me if you didn't get that one.
Mm-hmm. I think this was supposed to be a cool moment. She would, like, read books or whatever and, like, say the fact to dying people on the battlefield. And she's like, if someone says the fact to me before I can say it to them, then I'll know that they looped. But she has no real reason at this point to know that anyone else can loop, I guess. I don't know. Like, why would she assume someone else has that power? I don't know. But then it happens. He's like...
I do like green tea.
We do have the great quote of, what the? That Asian guy. I've never seen anyone with eyes like that.
Yeah, no. I've never seen Asian guys either with eyes.
I guess she is from Illinois, so...
She's from God-fearing America, and God doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah. Stop.
But if you were religion, I would worship you.
What did you say?
Yeah.
What is that number on your left hand? Before I answer that, he looks so edgy in this part too. Let me answer your first question. It's the question you asked me tomorrow when I was dying. It's true. Japanese restaurants don't charge for green tea.
I want to go get some green tea right now. Fly out to Japan.
I don't think I've ever had real green tea. I've had green tea Pocky, if you know what that is.
I had Pocky before. Pocky's alright.
Pocky's pretty alright. I used to eat it all the time when I was a big weeb and thought it was really good. And now I'm like, it's okay.
It's fine. Like, occasionally I'm like, if they have it at Walmart and I see it, I'm like, I'll grab a Pocky.
Mm-hmm. So then Rita and them team up and start working together to fight everything, which in the movie, in Edge of Tomorrow, this is like early on. 30
minutes into the movie.
Yeah, this is like early on, because Edge of Tomorrow is more so, I would say, about, like you said, them getting... They never leave the battlefield, really, in this one, except the one time he runs away. Edge of Tomorrow, they go off the grid, they steal a car or truck or something, and drive away, goes to Hoover Dam, and they go all over the place. They go to the fucking...
Mimic, but the Mimic leader wasn't there. They go to the Louvre.
The JoJo place in Paris.
I'm really sad that the Rohan at the Louvre got destroyed.
Very sad. So we find out that there's like a mimic server which has like an antenna, and you have to like destroy the antenna first, and then all the other ones, and then the server, I think, or something.
Yeah.
And they do that, but then he restarts anyways, and he's like totally mind broken at this point. You'd think because he's restarting after he thought that he had it. He like can barely write the number on his hand. He's like, why, damn it, why? But then the next chapter is the cringe romance chapter where
they have to bang.
It's literally called Boy and Girl, and they're like hee hee ha ha. Oh,
let's run away.
Oh, this guy. Oh, let's have an eating contest. Oh, she's so cute when she eats the pickled plum. Oh, just bullshit anime shit that they had to put in here just to make the relationship, even though it makes no like they should both be like fucking scarred at this point. Like they should
have decades worth of PTSD.
They should be so like PTSD'd out, and
that's why they fall in love, because they're both broken.
They're sitting here smiling and laughing, and then it ends with the worst fucking quote of all time: "The armored infantry was Santa Claus, and battle was our Christmas." What else for the elves to do on Christmas Eve but to let their hair down and drink a little eggnog?
There we go.
Kring. Anyways, I think they have sex or something.
I mean, he wakes up in her room.
He wakes up in her room, stares at her ass a little bit. Very cool.
Woman.
Yep, and then they make coffee. She's like, "Oh, coffee. Yes.
I love coffee," and then they get attacked.
I love coffee, and then they get attacked because I don't know if at this point we found out, but the mimics are like, because they're the ones causing the time loop, they're like also learning from their battles or whatever. So at this point they're like, well, let's just fucking attack them before they can battle us. So they do that. Yeah,
so they attack, which is neat. Mm-hmm. Because in the movie, they don't attack the base, they just attack London, which, I mean, it's acceptable to let London fall because you know it's London, the worst city in the world, but,
You have to make up your mind about the worst city in the world, what the worst city is.
What else have I said?
Oh, for some reason I was being stupid, and I thought London was in France.
No.
It's Paris.
Paris is also pretty cringe, too.
No, you've been pretty consistent with your UK hate.
Yeah, fuck the UK. Fuck them. Fuck the Queen.
Find out. Quick side tangent. I had my mind shattered today. Did you know New England is in the USA?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The whole region.
Idiot. This whole time I was like, so is Britain, do they still call it Britain or is it England? Is all of the UK Britain or just England? And my coworker's like, no, just England. And we're talking about that, and I'm like, so Scotland is a different thing, Ireland's its own thing, they're all part of the UK, right? Yeah.
Not Ireland, only Northern Ireland.
Britain, only North, Christ. But anyways, and we're talking about all that, and I was like, so is England just shortened for New England? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, where's New England then? And she like pulls up a map of the United States. I'm like, what are you doing? And oh my god.
Yeah, you know why it's called New England?
Because that's where the England people
that's why
first.
It's the worst part of America.
I had no idea that New England was in the USA.
The New England.
So now I'm like rethinking a bunch of stuff. Like I've been to islands on cruises and stuff that say that they're owned by England, and I'm like, oh, I'm in like technically UK territory, which is weird because it's so far to the west, but it's like south of the USA. It's way far from like England, but it might have been New England, which makes sense more because.
I don't think the New England governments own any islands.
Is New England even a thing? Like,
no, it's just a regional name.
Okay.
Because it's the like colony that the English held. It's like that New York area, New York, Massachusetts area.
It's very confusing to me.
No, not really.
It blew my brain. Well, now it's not confusing.
Well, yeah,
it makes total sense, but I don't know why. What Americans like to refer to themselves as living in New England?
Well, I mean, no one could. Well, I mean, New England is the worst part of America. That's a well-known fact.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
South is.
No,
Alabama, the Bible Belt, bro.
That's second worst. But you know what? It has no relation to the English.
Oh my god. Okay.
Fuck the Brits,
right, buddy.
Man, that's why the manga is better than the movie, because it doesn't have any British characters in it.
This guy really hates the Ozcast.
Yes. You know why I hate the British? Because the Ozcast never finished Shadow Winterfell. That's it. That's the reason. Finish Shadow Winterfell, now rethink it.
Did you ever watch Hecate or whatever was after Shadow Winterfell?
Yes. They didn't finish that either.
That was a pretty good series that they didn't finish, I don't think.
Guess what? Finish Shadow Winterfell and you might be in alright country, England. That's my demands. That's my demands, Queen.
I'm sure they'll get on it. Okay, back to the story. Chapter 15.
Yeah. The battle.
What does he say? His buddy is like, "You're crazy. You don't have to fight. This battle doesn't need you." And he's like, "I know. I don't think the battle needs us either, but I need this battle."
I need this cock.
Oh my god. And they fight. Cool art, cool, yeah, fight, cool, yep, very cool, yep, cool, yeah, yeah,
They fight.
yeah, they fight, yeah, very cool, yep, yeah, yeah, it's fine, yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
the action's pretty good.
They're in their Halo suits. They didn't look like Halo suits in the movie.
No.
They look different. In here, they look like Halo suits.
Yeah, you go. Chapter 16 was also known as All You Need Is Kill.
I didn't even realize
But
that.
All You Need Is Kill.
It's like an album when you get to the song in the album that the album is named after. Anyways, Rita starts attacking him and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "What does it look like I'm doing?" He's like, "It looks like you're trying to kill me."
Finishing the fight.
She's like, "I am finishing this fight, sir."
And
And then this is the big twist that I thought was kind of dumb.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought this was dumb.
They have gone through loops so many times that their brains have become antennas. They've become mimic signals because they've looped a bunch of times, just like the mimics do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just kind of a lame twist.
All right. Okay. I guess. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The movie didn't really have a twist like this, did it? No.
No, the twist was that it wasn't actually at the dam. It was in France.
Yeah.
That was the
It's also a
biggest twist.
shitty twist, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. What the fuck? What the fuck ever? I don't know. This is why they're both 7. The movie was also a 7 out of 10, I think. They're
Yeah.
both 7 out of 10s.
Yeah.
To me. So then Rita's like, yeah, no, we one of us needs to kill each other for the other to escape the time loop because we're both antennas. So they get in this big fight, but then he kills her.
Yeah,
but then
Kenji,
she's
I
like,
think
no,
was
no.
that thought thinking about letting her kill him, but like, I promised myself I wouldn't die. I would live until I was in the time loop anymore. So
Kind
I
of
have to
based,
kill her.
honestly. Kind of based, honestly.
Yeah.
Kill woman, live. Very cool. But then she's like, no, you win. I knew you were going to win. It's like, well, then why did you fight back?
Yeah.
If you knew he was going to win, then why did you risk killing him?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Whatever. She's dead. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Rita Repulsa. You're no
and,
longer free. The Power Rangers no longer have a villain.
And immediately for some reason, he's like in trouble. Like, he gets thrown in the brig for, murdering a comrade. But then, like, 3 days later? Yeah, but 3 days later, they decide to pin a medal on me instead.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Well, he did
Is that how it
save the
happens?
day.
Is that how it works? Is that how it works in the military?
Yeah.
If you,
War crimes don't exist. Come on.
if you murder your
War crime
your own-
only exists if you lose the war.
If you friendly fire, but then you do good in the war, you're
Yeah.
fine. You don't all charges dropped. All of his guys are like, yeah, you did it, bro. You lived.
No, we're
and
not
they-
calling Nick Cage.
Yeah, for some reason they carve Killer Cage onto his.
Because that's the
thing.
name of the character in the movie.
Yeah, so I think it's just a reference to that. I don't know if that was in the original light novel or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't read light novels. I hate them. The only
For
light
some
novel
reason
I
this-
need is Treetop.
Yeah, good. Mechanic Girl's here. For some reason, there was a whole thing where like Rita like gave her room key and was like, "Go lock yourself in the room. Don't
It's safe.
don't answer for anyone except me or KG. Don't answer at all." Like, I don't know what that was all about, but but she lived. Very cool.
He goes like sniffs her underwear and drinks the coffee that they made.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, "Why did she wear red? Because she wanted to stand out, so that he could see her on the battlefield and be able to memorize her attack. She knew all along." Wow, cool.
Yeah, he was alright.
I'm acting like I hate this, but it's
was
fine.
fine.
I liked it. It was good. It just didn't blow me away at all.
No.
Yeah, goes in her own. Yep.
It's
Oh,
underwear.
it still smells like her, and drinks the moldy coffee because they had some cute conversation earlier about like, oh, how do you know that moldy coffee tastes bad unless you try it? And then he does. And then he looks at the sky and he's like, wow, I'm gonna paint myself blue. The end. The movie ends with
killing the mimic, ending the alien invasion, and then he dies, but then wakes back up the day before the battle.
But he but there's like a whole thing in the movie with
I think it's weird in the movie.
in the movie they have like it's their blood, like it's getting in contact with mimic blood, gets their blood in you, and then that's what lets you time loop. And if you have a blood transfusion, you can't do it anymore, which was what happened to the girl. And he like has that happen at one point, so he can't do it.
After in the car crash.
And so during his whole thing, he gets everyone together. They have the whole fight and everything, kill the mimic, but then he dies. But I didn't even realize this happened in the movie, maybe because I was having a hard time paying attention, but I looked it up on Wikipedia later. He because he's drowning. He's in water or something. He falls into mimic blood, and that's what lets him loop again.
Yeah, and
didn't even realize
wake
that.
Up the day before, but the battle already happened, and they're winning.
Yeah, and it's that's just like a landslide victory.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I guess they want to do a sequel to the movie, and it's been in developmental hell since it was.
What's it called again? The sequel?
I just think Live, Die, Repeat or something dumb.
Live, Die, Repeat. Yeah.
Yeah, they said that. Yeah, no, we want to do a sequel, and then sequel just got put on back hiatus constantly.
I hope they call it Tomorrow of Edge.
And then then that's the sequel, and then it was supposed to start filming last year, but COVID happened, and so it's now back on we don't a sequel might happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, yep. Overall, pretty good. I thought both endings were kind of whatever for both movies. I thought both twists, quote unquote, were kind of weak in both movies. But overall, it didn't offend me. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed reading it. I had a pretty good time reading it. Actually, I got through chapters pretty quick.
Same. It was enjoyable. I still think Naruto is probably the best thing you've read. Probably this is my second favorite.
Yeah, probably. Well, there you go. That's what you give it a 7. What did you say? Do you agree? You think the movie?
I think the movie might be a 7.1. I think that I like the movie just a little better.
7.1. It's 0.1 better.
Yeah,
there's definitely some stuff about the movie that I liked better.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Which is funny for a weeb, a rare anime fan weeb like me to think that parts of the American adaptation were better.
It's probably one of the best American adaptations of any Japanese property.
I like Tom Cruise more than
Kid. I like Tom Cruise as an actor. I don't care if he's a Scientologist. I like watching him because he was gonna kill himself one day. And when I read the news story that Tom Cruise died filming Mission Impossible 6, I'm like,
I will say based.
I will say makes sense. Yeah, that's Tom Cruise right there.
That's Tom Cruise. He's based.
He's gonna die someday.
Yeah, no, Tom Cruise is fine. I got no problems with Tom Cruise.
He does his own stunts, and he keeps constantly pushing to do even more dangerous stunts in each Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
He's gonna die one day in the middle of the house.
Based man. He's gonna die, and I'm gonna laugh.
Tying
it back to Groundhog's Day. We need to remember. Let's immortalize it here. Not that I'm gonna go back and listen to this anytime soon. But I said in the chat, and I quote, "When Bill Murray dies, we need to have an Osmosis Jones marathon." So
there we go. It will happen.
Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind for watching Moses Jones until it becomes bad.
Yep, and when Tom Cruise dies, we'll watch. I don't know.
Mission Impossible. All the Mission Impossible.
I'll finally watch Top Gun. I won't watch Top Gun until.
I won't do that. I'll just watch all the Mission Impossibles again because they're all good.
I haven't seen any of those.
I've only seen 3 onwards. I haven't seen the first 2, but 3 is pretty good.
And they're all good.
I like all of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
They're all just really fun action movies. They're not high art, but
popcorn material.
Yes, it's just Tom Cruise doing dumb stunts,
but
with some spy stuff going on.
But more high. But you would say more highbrow than Fast and the Furious.
Yes. Because Fast and Furious movies are just cheesy, kung fu. Car fu, as people have described it.
Who calls it that?
Just some random people. I don't know where I saw it, but everyone just says Fast and Furious movies are just superhero movies, but the superpowers are cars.
I guess. Yeah.
And Mission Impossible movies are just they're like James Bond, but with silly stunts.
Okay.
Because James Bond movies don't really have over the top stunts.
Hmm.
I think the only one that the only over the top James Bond stunt I can think is Inspector, the plane stuff at the beginning.
Well, you haven't seen many James Bond movies. They used to be a lot more cheesy.
Yeah.
Especially the Pierce Brosnan. You only have seen GoldenEye for the Pierce Brosnan ones, right?
And I didn't like it, so I didn't watch any of the other ones.
They get real cheesy. Some of the gadgets he has and stuff.
I guess the Mission
Impossible. Which is why a lot of people criticized them and said that only GoldenEye was his good one, and they were getting a little cheesy, which is why in Casino Royale there's hardly any gadgets and it's all pretty serious and straightforward.
I guess the first 3 Mission Impossible movies I just considered just alright.
Really?
And then 4, 5, and 6 I considered really good.
That's interesting. You never see that in a series. Almost all of these multi-sequel series, most people say the first one and maybe the second one are good.
Yeah, because the first one has a 66% of Rotten Tomatoes. Second one has a 57. Third one has a 71. So that one, is getting pretty good again. And then Ghost Protocol, which is 4, has 93. 5, Rogue Nation has 94. Impossible, which is 6, has a 97.
Wow.
So yeah, they're like they get better.
And he's in all of them?
Yes.
Huh. Well, maybe I'll have to watch those sometime. That's very weird. Yeah, I'm thinking like Terminator, Alien, like all of those.
It's like the first one, and then maybe the second one.
Yeah, and then, or in like the case of like Alien and Terminator, like a lot of people say the second one's better than the first one, and then after that they become like meh to shit. And,
yeah.
Huh. That's really funny.
When
did the first Mission Impossible come out?
96.
And when did the last one come out?
2018.
Wow.
And next one coming out next year.
Top Gun Maverick's coming out.
I don't care about Top Gun.
I haven't seen any Top Gun. Top Gun from the top.
In other words, go watch the Mission Impossible movies. They're good.
Based, yep. If there's one thing you can glean from All You Need Is Kill, it's that it's alright, but go watch the Mission Impossible movies. Anyways, cool. That's that. Another one in the bag. My choice for next manga. Guess what? Punks, Manga Dex is back.
Woo!
Based. Our choices have expanded because we were too scared to use any other manga site.
They all weren't that good.
Or rather, they're all shit compared to Manga Dex.
Yes, now Manga Dex looks pretty cute.
It's looking pretty cute. However, I'm not going to do a Manga Dex thing this time because I already had this in mind and was thinking about it. We are going to do, Trenton, personally, we're trying to get together, play more board games, play more tabletop games,
Yeah.
Get back into that. We haven't really done that lately. So we need to learn if we're going to be playing all these games. Hell, I might buy a tabletop simulator so we can play these games more online. But if we're going to play all these games, we got to learn from the best. We got to learn from the king of games, Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh himself, I think. So my choice is Yu-Gi-Oh, not Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Monsters, not the one that like the 4Kids anime series, the one where it's all the card game, not Millennium World, which is the one that's kind of like D&D, I think, even though that sounds based. The OG Yu-Gi-Oh, where like every other chapter they play a new game. They do like a game where they stab each other in the hand with knives to get money. They play a game where like there's virtual pets. They play a game where like they drown. It's pretty cool. It's pretty base. It's pretty edgy, and I like it.
Go back.
Wish we could go back.
We can.
And I also didn't want to choose another because I know we're still chipping away at like Naruto and stuff. I'm still foolishly reading Vigilantes. Vigilantes update. I've read like 8 chapters. I think it's kind of getting worse. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I have not read much Naruto. I'm kind of getting burnt out on Naruto, but not really.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm looking at it because it's long. I'm just like, oh, that's a lot. Yeah,
Naruto is absolutely just going to be a slow burn for me. Like whenever
I read like a couple chapters every couple days.
Pretty like I've been slower than that, but that's literally just because I've been reading Berserk. Once I finish Berserk and stuff, maybe I'll go back to Naruto.
Naruto's still pretty good. I'm still enjoying Naruto. It's just I'm looking at like how long it is and how I'm not even chapter 100 and I'm like, oh.
Well, just keep in mind, I think Shippuden, the time skip starts at like 280 or something. So that's pretty early on, and that is honestly from what I remember and what I know, that's a fine stopping point, and a lot of people don't like Shippuden compared to Part 1, so you could honestly
I don't know, I will just read it so it gets bad.
Yeah, like it says, like the plot says, like that's the name of the show.
Whoa.
But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh time. Since we're working on reading longer manga right now, I didn't want to choose anything really long in case we like it and want to read it all. Yu-Gi-Oh is only 59 chapters, long, but not that long. And I just remember it being very based, and it's very cool. So that's what I say we do next.
Okie dokie, or the chokey.
Yu-Gi-Oh, the man, the
manga.
guy, the manga. All right, that's it. Next time, Yu-Gi-Oh, we will be kings of games, or we'll be on the road to be the king of games by next episode.
I will finally be a master of running around like 4 souls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I wonder if he plays that. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've read it. He might play Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. Oh, he might play Munchkin.
I really hope he plays Ukatoa.
When did Yu-Gi-Oh come out? Let me double check real quick before we end. Well, now we can end it. All right, goodbye, people. Bye.
Boy. Oh god, I